Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Omnia 007 forward slash 4.5 solid spindle. 4.5 inch, they say 7 millimeter. 7 millimeter. 5/16, I'm thinking. Okay, let's take some dimensional properties. First of all, let's just do the dimensions first. 4.5 inch, they say. Okay, I'll go with that. 7 millimeter. So 1 divided by 25.4 times 7 is 0.275. 0.275, according to the caliper. 0.274. So right on. 0.274. This is a straight spindle. Spindles are straight, but they have straight spindles, swivel spindles, split spindles. I'm sure there are other types. I know that there's a type of spindle that goes in one side only. There's probably a special name for that. And this would be used for generally a passage set. You could also use a straight spindle on a lock. You'd probably use a straight spindle on a function of a lock like an institutional function where both trim are always rigid and you always need the key to retract the latch on either side of the door. You'd use a straight spindle for that because the locking hub inside the mortise lock is going, if there are stop works, which there probably wouldn't be, they're going to prevent that from moving. Whatever you do to one side of the mortise lock, you'll be doing to the other side of the mortise lock with a straight spindle, or just a typical tubular passage set. As you rotate one side, the other side is going to move along with it. You know, not that you couldn't use a split spindle for a passage, meaning a spindle that is basically two pieces that are threaded together so that they can operate independently of each other, like you would need for a passage set. Where you want to be able to, pardon me, I said a passage set, like you would want to have possibly for a privacy set where you need to be able to rotate one side, or a mortise lock where you literally need a storeroom function where the inside always needs to turn, and the outside is always fixed. So you would use a swivel spindle for that. The term split spindle is a term that actually we can kind of illustrate the concept of a split spindle by, you notice that there's a slice here, okay? That's because it's sliced. If I were to take, you know, something stronger than my hands and push this down, well, I can kind of do it with my hands anyway. I can, you know, smash that down together. Well, the concept is when you run your trim over this spindle and then tighten the set screw up, the set screw is going to go into that heavier groove. It's going to force these two pieces to splay outwards to lock into the inside wall of the prep and the trim. A split spindle is that same sort of concept. Yale may have invented the split spindle. Don't quote me. I don't know if they did, but I saw it first in a Yale catalog, likely from the late 19th century, where there were three pieces that were triangular shaped. Two were the same, one was different. You inserted those, and as you drove the set screw up, you forced those triangular pieces to fill that area and splay outwards and connect to it. So this is a really great design, obviously less complex because it's a single piece of material. Okay, made of steel, weighs 0.085 pound. There is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Omnia products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the product catalog. Other documents are there. Omnia does a great job in the sense that they fill a segment of the market that's not low end at all, and it's not $100 plus, although I imagine it can be. They sit in that range between your Baldwin Estates and your Schlage, in my opinion, your Schlage residential hardware. They fit right in the middle there, I think, in terms of price. Their quality seems to be good. I have I don't have a lot of experience with Omnia personally, but I have clients who use it, and they're attracted to it because two things. They have all the designs that they want, and the price is really good. And I will admittedly say you need to take a look at Baldwin's Estates line, which I have a tremendous amount of experience with, which I am quite partial to. But when you're not looking to make the cost of the hardware $8,000 for a reasonable size house, or let's be realistic, $18,000 for a house, you're looking to keep that way lower than that, and you still want it to look really good. Omnia is great. So obviously my opinion is based on my experience, which is not going to be considered the most, but that's my take on it. Any questions on the Omnia 007/4.5 Solid Spindle or any other Omnia product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.